Alright, so everyone was at the meet on August 18th for 1320cc. It's a Friday night in Wheat Ridge, and the media and the police, law enforcement agencies blew it way out of proportion.
Wheat Ridge police report the biggest street car racing event they have ever seen. Around 500 cars and 1,200 people, and police showed up to...
No. This is street racing. This is what we were actually doing.
Alright, folks, listen up! Listen up! Alright, listen up before the police shut us down, real quick, alright? So, how's everybody doing tonight? Alright, so, this may be the first and last time we have a meet at this, just so y'all know. But, make sure y'all clean up y'all's trash, like always, alright? Always clean up y'all's trash, alright? When we get on the road, we tell y'all all the time to keep it above 40.
Keep up with them if we wanted to.
And they know that?
I'm sure they do.
Which makes enforcement difficult, because to charge them with racing, deputies need to catch them.
It's impossible to say that we can shut this thing down by the end of summer.
But that's not stopping Douglas County from cracking down on illegal street racing.
If we catch you, your car is going to get towed and you are going to go to jail.
Now, I'm almost certain everybody remembers this story that 7 News put out, that we're ruining the streets and they're gonna tow everyone and they're doing this and doing that. And the sucky part is that labels just suck. It's like putting a label on police officers saying all cops are bad. It comes back to the fact that there are always going to be those people who don't do right, especially by the label that is given. Regardless on what the perception is, there's always a reality to perception. I think everyone knows that. It's just like police officers. Not all cops are bad. I would say with the massive amounts of police officers in our nation, that maybe 3% of them are bad. But the problem is sometimes perceive perception as reality and automatically assume that every police officer you come across is a bad officer, or is out of his grounds, or wasn't trained right, or you want to talk to his sergeant, or I'm filming. It's just bullshit, because a good 97% of police officers out there are actually really good guys, and they whether they've been in the force or whether they've been properly trained, they're good guys. You are going to have those 3% of officers that are just blatantly fucking retarded and shouldn't be wearing a badge. I promise you, if I had a body camera or a voice recorder on me at one point, then I've heard numerous of cops tell me this personally. But that's besides the point. The point is that you're going to have a few bad apples and everything. Let's get one thing clear. This is a car scene, not a street racing group, not street racers, not racers, none of the above. We are defined as a car scene. And car scene defines itself, whether that be track, drift, show, static, stance, muscle, racer, street racer as well. It's a scene. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I haven't street raced before, but at the same time, to be classified as a whole as street racers is just demeaning and a little ridiculous. No one goes up to you as a police officer, and I'm talking to law enforcement right now. No one goes up to police officers and goes, you know what, you're a bad cop because everything you see on video is bad, because that's bullshit.
Especially not to drive any way you would if one of my guys was sitting right out there. Please. They will call in, they will complain. The chief will get on me again, and I'll get on my guys, and I have to do stuff like I don't want to do. For example, write everybody for everything, because we have to deal with it. I don't want to be that guy. I didn't like receiving tickets when I was a kid. I'd rather come here and treat you like adults and say, guys, please don't loiter, eat your stuff, move on. It's drawing too much attention. Is that cool? Do you have questions for me? They suck. But I drove better cars when I was young.
It works both ways, and I would imagine you guys would show that respect. I've talked to cops multiple times, and there's one cop in particular who is so biased and disgusted by any type of cars that decide to show up in his city as a group. I think if he's happened to watch this, he knows who I'm talking about. And it's disgraceful, not knowing and being so naive and so stubborn to the fact that his biased opinion just deprives on everyone and gets projected from him onto everyone. It just sucks. It makes him look really bad. So more or less, talk to people, talk to us. Don't automatically categorize us, because I won't bullshit you. There's street racing that goes on, absolutely, but that's not all what we're about. It's not what the scene is about. One thing's for sure, that the people that are outside of the scene, whether it be regular people that have 9-to-5s, whether it be police officers, whether it be journalists, whether it be people who go to work in an office every day. One thing is clear. Cars are it's a common interest. It's like football. You could have a doctor and you could have a devil worshiper. And you would never know each other if there was no common interest like football or cars. Some people don't understand that being a part of the car scene is not a hobby. It is a lifestyle. And I could not be more adamant about that. People live it, breathe it, and they eat it. It's pertinent in people's lives. It's what keeps people going that are a part of that culture, part of our culture. No matter what you're involved in when it comes to the car scene. People build their lives around the car scene. So let me be clear. Please stop delegating your resources to trying to shut us down and making false stories and defamating the car scene on your blasphemy when it comes to fucking journalism. It's ridiculous. Try maybe come talking to one of us without clipping out the clips, because when you guys interviewed Manny from 1320cc, I'm talking to the generalized media, whatever channel you're with, when you get the real story, 20-30 minutes worth of it, do not cut it down to 3 to 5 seconds. That's just stupidity, and it's unhonest, and it holds no integrity to your journalism. And I promise you, this is not a threat, it's a promise. And this is not, I do not have any intentions of this coming off in a hostile way at all. But the defamation and the ridiculous amounts of resources continue to try to shut the scene down, we'll just adapt and push on. And you get another thing coming.